So it's a reoccurring thing. People's asking me about, my experience with the Quantum. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the flagship. You know what I mean? Like, is it worth buying in 2023? And I'm gonna let it speak for itself. Here you go. It's a little track I got pulled up. Not a whole lot of tracks. It's just a little. I ain't doing nothing to really stress test it to show you its real capability. You know what I mean? Like, yo, man, it's 150 tracks. Look how it runs. I just want to show you the reliability and the performance and consistency that you could expect from a flagship product from PreSonus Quantum. Before I do this, I want to let you guys know I'm running on my PC is running on I believe a 10th generation i7. I have a graphics card. I believe I have like a 8 gigabyte graphics card. I forget the model number. I don't really be into it like that. I just got it because I wanted to make sure that I didn't have any bottlenecks, and if I wanted to play a AAA game or so, I could do that. So I got a graphics card. I got about 32 gigabytes of DDR5 in here, and like I said, I got a very high-ranked i7 in here. So let's just see. Oh, by the way, this is a Thunderbolt device, so it should be very fast, and it should just be way better than USB devices. That's why I spend so much money on it. Thunderbolt's obviously better. So yeah, look at this. Check this out. You hear that? You like that? That's what it's all about. Look at that. You see? Okay. You see, look at that. There you go. You like that? This is what we're dealing with, right? Well, let's say, okay, it's playing like that. Maybe I need to mess with the settings, right? Let's go to settings. It's 32. Let's look at maybe 512, right? Let's go to 512 because, like, surely it wouldn't do that at 512. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to play way smoother, right? Just increase the buffer setting, Let's see. See that? This is what you're dealing with, man. This is what you're paying for. This is what it's all about, guys. This is what it's all about right now. You see? So go back into options. I got this thing on 512, 44.1. I want you guys to see that. I don't want you to think that, like, nah, it's doing that because you got it set at 96. You got it set at 196 kilohertz and yada yada. No, that's not the case. This thing is set at 44.1 at 512 with an 11.8 millisecond input and a 12 millisecond output latency. You guys gotta understand that this is absolutely disgusting. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. This is a Thunderbolt device. This device is over $1,000, guys. If you want this device used, it's still gonna set you back. And this is what bothers me, right? It's so many people and influencers on YouTube. I just don't understand how in the hell has no one ever said this about this device. It's mind-boggling to me. How in the hell has no one ever spoken on the fact that this device is completely ridiculous? This device, I mean, let me tell you guys, I've had shit that costs $100 that has never done this. This is completely disrespectful. The fact that this device is allowed to run so poorly, it's just disrespect. It's ridiculous. My computer is not a bottleneck. Don't ask in the comments. Don't message me anything silly. I took the time out to tell you it's a generation damn 10 or 11. I forgot I got multiple computers. So sometimes I confuse the, I could pull a quick info tab up, but I don't feel like it. Listen, it's an i7. Okay, I have a graphics card in here. I have over 32 gigabytes of DDR5 in here. Where is my bottleneck? Can someone explain it to me? Could someone explain to me where the hell it would be at? I don't have a lot of plugins up. I am using the most craziest plugin that I'm using is Trillion and Spectronics. And if you can see, I only have 4 instances of those in total. And of those 4, only 2 of them are actually active. Literally, one of them's muted, one of them has nothing on it, and I don't believe it's even there. So really, I have 1, 2. I have 2. Everything else, we're dealing with Roland. I have a Roland TR-808. I mean, a Poise. I mean, we talking about really, really low CPU usage plugins, And like I said, my CPU is an i7. It's not and you want to know how I know, guys, that it has nothing to do with my CPU and computer performance? Because I ran this same device, this device right here, the Soundcraft MTK12 multi-track recorder was ran on the same computer. I have never experienced that. In order to experience cracks and pops, I would have to be at like 16 samples or something. Just being ignorant, being rude. Like, man, I'm going to put this damn thing down low as I can get it. And I'm going to try to track through in real time with no latency. Like, okay, yeah, man, you're about to get some cracks and popples potentially. You're being ridiculous. That shit better be an MP3. You better be rapping over a MP3. Because if you actually have multiple tracks pulled up with instruments on them, that thing's going to go crazy. But outside of that, no, I had no issues. If that same thing, man, I could have 50 tracks. I could have 10 trillions open. As long as I put the buffer where it's supposed to be, it would work. I'm not saying it like, oh, the Soundcraft, if I put the buffer at 32 and I got a big session, I ain't gonna get a blip. No, it's gonna crack, bro. It's gonna crackle and pop. It's a sub $1,000 device, right? It's not an RME. But once you go to, let's say 128, I say 128, 128 on this and higher, 512. See, this thing gets up to like, I believe the max is 4,000 samples. You know what I'm saying? And they will literally let you use it. And when you put it on 4,000 samples, you don't hear a damn thing. I'm talking about, it's not a peak, it's not a glitch, a pop, nothing. You just can't track. I mean, you could track, but you cannot monitor. That's the word. You cannot monitor anything at those type of samples. Your latency literally be like 50 milliseconds. It'd be insane. Crazy ass latency. You'll say hello and hear it like a second later. So the point that I am making is, yeah, you can't track real time, but as far as just getting reliable work done, yeah, the MTK wins hands down. This Quantum is terrible. I had a Motu M2, never gave me anywhere near these types of problems. Far more bulletproof than this. Okay, I had Antelope Zen Go, which I do not recommend. Never gave me these problems. Worked way better. Never had them type of cracks and never, ever. Used it on a weaker computer than this one. Never had those issues. I used it on a Generation 9 i7. Never had any issues. This thing is trash. I mean, I'm just trying to be as nice as possible. I've used $100 devices that has given me more stability. I would never take a client with a PreSonus Quantum. I wouldn't even book his session. If someone called me right now and said they want to come record, they got $100 an hour, $50 an hour, I wouldn't accept it. I would tell them, hey, man, I really appreciate your offer, but I'm not in a position right now to record people. I don't trust my equipment. And that, to me, is just ridiculous. That's a ridiculous reason. So, I would come work on your construction site, but I don't trust my hammer. My hammer has a mind of its own. Sometimes it hit nails. Sometimes it just falls the hell apart, and I got to sit and try to screw the hammer back together. Yeah, my drill gun works sometimes. So I don't want to come take that carpentry job because, I might put up 3 or 4 walls, and then my drill gun just might decide that reverse is fast forward and fast forward is reverse. And no matter what button I press, it might just do that. And then it'll die. And then I plug in a new battery and it still dies. You see, this is what I'm dealing with. Like, I'm dealing with, like, it's like a cop that service pistol may or may not work. This motherfucker want to work the desk. Like, dude, I don't even want to go outside. Now, my pistol might or might not. Hell no. Who the hell wants to do a job with a tool you can't depend on? Who the hell wants to clean windows and they don't know if their support beam is on point? Who the hell wants to bungee jump and they don't know if their straps is on? You know, it's ridiculous. You know, this is our tools, PreSonus. And I just feel like you guys knew that when you released this product and you set it at the price point you did. That was a catch. And we do all this for $1,000. Yes, you do all this for $1,000 because it's not a working product. That's why, you know, UAD product will cost 3 times this. And they're essentially giving you the same similarities. That's why other products cost far more than this, because they actually work. So I'm going to have to throw PreSonus as far as the interface. I'm throwing PreSonus in the inbox category. You guys sit along with inboxes and, you know, Behringer. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that PreSonus, I look at you like Behringer. I look at you like an inbox. You know, like, you're just not to be taken seriously, you know. You make fluff hardware. If it's a solid product, I can't respect you, you know. Now, one thing I can give you credit on is this baby right here. This thing that I've been looking at is called PreSonus Studio One. I've used the mini DAWs. I'm talking about the best of them. I have Sequoia. I don't know if you understand what that is. Down here, let me see if I could get that to focus. I don't know if y'all understand what that blue is. If you understand what that blue is, you know, you know. Man, I use serious, you know, products. I got DAWs on my computer that cost $3,000, you know. Sequoia, you know, Samplitude. You know, I've used the latest Cubase 12, all the features. Out of all of the DAWs that I've used, Fruity Loops, all of that, Pro Tools, of course. I can't stand Pro Tools. This DAW is the most to the point, the most easiest, smoothest process. It's like GarageBand for Windows. It's so smooth to the point, if you don't know no better, you will wonder if it's professional. Like, can I get professional results out of this? But when you really just compare it feature for feature, yeah, it has every feature that any DAW has for the most part. You know, Cubase got it because Cubase will have like built-in pitch correction. But this thing has integrated Melodyne. So really it doesn't. It's all the same. So PreSonus get the up right there. PreSonus gets the up right here. This thing is dope, man. Like, really nice product. Very simple. Get what you want. Stop, play, scroll. Electric motorized fader. Very nice product. PreSonus gets the thumbs up for the PreSonus PD70. No, it's not an SM7B, but when you run this thing into there and come out of the outputs of there and run it into a compressor and an exciter, dude, it's a 7. It's an SM7. Fuck a 7B. It's a SM7. This is whatever the hell I want it to be. This is a SM7B. It's a SM7. Hell, this thing is a Neumann U87. Because once it hits those transformers, bro, I could damn near shape this mic into anything that I want. And it has great plosive rejection and great room rejection. This is a recommended microphone. So, you know, it's not all bad with PreSonus, you know. I just don't recommend their interface. And I feel like anybody that's recommending this interface is not to be trusted. It's just not to be trusted. This is a Thunderbolt interface. There's no bottleneck. There's no reason for it to be doing what it's doing. It is a terrible device. It's horrible. So on my way out, I'm going to leave you guys with some more great music. There you go. You hear that? All them pops. There you go. Just cracks and pops in your music. That way you could just be nice and pissed off. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, who wants to listen to smooth, you know, static-free music? You know, right. That's what we want. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Give us more of this. Look. It's staticky and just terrible. That shit. Isn't that what we all want? That's what we want. You know? I mean, who the hell doesn't want to work really hard just to hear their shit come back with a lot of clicks, pops, and static, no matter what buffer setting they put it on? And who doesn't want to get it for a great bargain price of just $1,200? I mean, that is excellent. I mean, anybody in their right mind would want it. So, yeah, all sarcasm aside, man, it's been one, man. You guys comment below. Tell me, like, what's your experience with this? Is the 2626 better? You know, because I know they got another one. I believe it's called the 2626. It's cheaper. It's about a little more than half the price of this one. It's maybe about like $700. Let me know, how does that work? You know, I know that's Thunderbolt 3. Maybe that's better. Maybe it's smoother. Whatever. I don't know. Just let me know in the comments below, man. It's been one. I'm signing out. Peace.